Wow, your timing couldn't be much better. Welcome in, Winch. I did a thing again. Yes, 2 days in a row. If not, I think it's just 2. I mean, it's definitely just 2 days in a row because I wasn't streaming before that. I had a few days off. But my point was more that 2 streams in a row. Shh. I just sat down, put my headphones on, perfectly in time to hear the da-da-da of you arriving. Give me one moment. I need to put my phone on charge. Which is not hugely important. I just want to make sure that I've got more than... Well, let's put it this way. I have 9% on my battery at the moment. So by the time I finish stream and I want to head out, I probably want more than 9% battery. So I'll pop it on charge now. Done. Right. How is your Sunday going? And whilst you're typing your response, let me change scenes to the Minecraft. Hey, the Minecraft is working. Oh, sticks. I have not played much since yesterday, so I tried to jump on quickly to do a little bit of repairing because my pick has been hurting. I also went and crafted up some chiseled bookshelves for obvious reasons. Edwin says, Sunday is Sunday. I was go-karting. Ooh. I haven't been go-karting for years. I'd love to go-go. Right, I'm stealing your idea. I'm going to have to go go-karting. Pretty sure my brother-in-law would enjoy going go-karting. Right, you don't want any more sticks, so they'll go in here. I still need to do a little bit more repairing, so let's use this opportunity to buy some of that, some of this. I don't need the emeralds, I'd rather have the XP. And let's grab some iron. Iron. What else have we got? Unload this and that. Glowstone, I believe, goes in here. Yeah, look at me. Can I come? What? Go-karting? I don't know. I'd have to organise it first. Which means I need to remember to organise it. Give me one moment. I need to switch things around so I can see my notifications. There we go. Not notifications. Activity feed. That's the one I wanted. Right. Iron. Ingots. Head next door and do some trading. Might as well top that up. The iron farms have been the primary source of XP and emeralds since I started the world, and it's very handy and very much appreciated. I mean, with just a little while of trading, I've done most of my repairing. And while I'm at it, sure, I'll have some green terracotta. And some orange glazed. The XP comes in nicely. Sure, redstone. Topping up on stock. My pickaxe is now fully repaired. Well, at least the fortune one is. Mending one, not so much. Close enough. I'll throw these bits away. And whilst I do that, there's a chance, very, very small chance. Actually, tell you what, these should probably come with me. Because they can go in the proper storage for it. Very, very small chance that they'll refresh. How's your Sunday been? Alright. It's fairly uneventful. I had a call from my father yesterday. He didn't call me up and say, I am your father, because I already knew that. He wanted a laptop. He has a desktop computer. Used to have a laptop many, many years ago, but it's long gone. Long, long dead. Porcupine, welcome in. And the resub!
Oh no, it's a porcupine!
For a moment there, I just paused thinking, didn't you resub like a few days ago? No, you gifted subs a few days ago. I was thinking you resubbed and gifted. No, I'm not hallucinating. I'm aware of time passing. Welcome in, Porcupine, and thank you for using your arrival sound. It makes me smile. Zach, I am your father. Give me a laptop. I mean, basically, yes. He did call me up and went, I want a laptop because I think he wants to write his memoirs, in effect. Which I hope to never hear or have to read because I've heard all of his boring stories. But he wants to be able to type up his ideas and and he didn't want to be confined to sitting at the desk. He wanted a laptop, and then he can take it wherever he goes, whether he goes on holiday or whether he's over at my sister's cat sitting. It means that he can take it with him wherever. So I grabbed my old laptop yesterday and booted it up, realised that the last time I booted up was 2.5 years ago. So it had lots of updates to do. So I did those very, very slowly and then set them up. So I dropped it around this morning. Had a cup of tea. Actually, I had 2 cups of tea because my father hasn't made tea in a long time, and the first tea bag he used was a lemon and ginger tea bag. He went and poured milk on one of them, went, oh, that doesn't look right. So I went in and worked out why it didn't look right. I went, okay, I'll have the lemon and ginger tea that you've poured out for you, and I'll have a regular tea as well. So I got 2 teas. I was double parked. I did resub, but Twitch be twitchy. Well, still thank you. I don't mind saying thank you twice. I'll say thank you 1,000 times, Porcupine, because the resub is hugely appreciated and never expected. We are nearly fully repaired on both picks. There we go. I might as well, do you know what? Let's repair the axe while I'm at it. That's annoyingly close to being fully repaired. So much so that I'm going to go buy something else over here. Give me terracotta! There, perfect. And I don't need redstone right now. Because I'm amazing catching stream 2 days. I mean, I'm amazing streaming 2 days in a row. Just saying. Ozza claiming second! And because you claimed it and the bot says yes, clearly it's true. Welcome, Ozza. Third Porcupine! Congratulations on being the 3rd one hit here. Sorry, I paused midway through that sentence because a cat just jumped on my desk. Hello. Oh, hello. An oak dew. Welcome in, everyone. You've caught me at the start of my stream. I'm just grabbing stuff. Welcome in, everyone. How was the stream? What were you up to today, oak dew? An acorn grows into a raid. Oak is here. Welcome in, Nordic. Welcome in, Verite. And oak dew, the legend that is. Welcome in. Hi, everyone. I'm going to show you what we're working on today. Head over this way. I know you've raided me in the past, and I know that when you've done that in the past, I've also flown over this way. I can't remember, however, how much progress has been made. This area has been parked for a little while I've been working elsewhere. Hey, Nordic. Oh, if anyone here isn't familiar with Oakdew, just give a follow. Well worth it. Great streamer, knows what they're doing. This is relatively new. I've got to start digging a river that goes and connects over here, which is landscaping. I don't like landscaping, but I can do it. It's something to chip away at. But I've allowed myself to get distracted with this build that's going here. Yep. Isn't it glorious? Now, there's going to be a public library here, but I don't want to build it yet because my priorities are building the stuff underground first. So I worked out where the stairs go down so I could build the underground bit before I build the overground bit. Partly because the sheep will need to be moved and I don't want to do that yet. And partly because down here, let's show you. Ooh, ow, ow, my legs. We had too much fun planting firefly bushes and bushes into our... It's really difficult for me to read. Into our jungle village. Awesome. I love the firefly bushes. It just adds a little bit of texture. So down here in the vaults, I want to keep all of my books, which is why I've got chiseled books. Let's demonstrate it on this bit. Essentially, I want one section per enchantment. I don't want to keep each of the villagers for the pick enchants. I just want 7 chiseled bookcases, which gives me 42 books. 42 Aqua Affinity books will be fine. I don't need to keep a villager around. So these bookcases are going in here, and we need to do a lot of digging. I'll hop over to creative because I'm aware that you may need to leave soon because that's how streaming often ends up. This is my creative world. Obviously the staircase is shorter in the creative world because essentially it's just being scaled up, or it's just made longer for survival. This is what it's going to look like. So we have all of the books going down here. I've decided on a slightly different layout, but only in that it's less distance to the junction. So you see, this junction section here gets repeated over here, so we can go off this direction. I keep calling them butterfly bushes. Do you know what? I like that more. Could we have butterfly bushes, please, in Minecraft? Welcome in, Wolfie. 42 is not a command. 42 is a bit sound thing, but not a command. But it's good to see you. I love that high beat mode. I don't think I've noticed that. That is cool. It's a tree. An oak tree, probably. But yeah, this is what we're working on. Oh, I forgot to grab the oak. Did I forget to? We'll see. We've got lots of digging to do, so what order I do things in, we'll see. In the meantime, let's just throw... Oh, sticks. Just throw this down here. Chosen bookcases can go in. I shouldn't have brought the iron with me, that was silly. And the terracotta should be upstairs. Oh well, mistakes are made. Deep slate can go in there. We'll take 3 stacks of deep slate to turn into deep slate brick. Oh, I can't just space click. I'm so used to crafting something and then pressing space to redo it. I do need to redo it. I know it! I've hit that brick wall of tired. I know the feeling. Thank you again for choosing to raid your people over to me. I will do my best to entertain and look after them. And if I fail, I apologise in advance. I just need to try and impress people. Right, how do I impress people? This is difficult. Right. Ooh, Porcupine, thank you for gifting a sub to Wolfie. It's incredibly kind of you. And for the 42 bits. 42? Yes, I think that's what Wolfie was trying to say. But I don't know. So we're going to be doing lots of digging. Yes, I could have put a beacon in. I probably should have put a beacon in. But I haven't. And I'm okay with that. Let's think. So this section is 5 wide at this point. 3, 4, 5. Like that. Thanks, Piney. It's a nickname, I suppose. We've all been called worse. Go and enjoy your rest, OG. So we're doing a little bit of digging. I want to get the skeleton for the hallway, and I can then start decorating. It should be mirroring. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this is wider. I have some torches, so we'll just do a little bit here and then torches. Because whilst for me it's bright enough that I can see, it's not good on stream. As a streamer, you have to be very aware that Twitch does not make lighting equal for everyone. Stream makes it darker. In other streams, I'm referred to as Piney. Oh! I mean, that makes sense. I also have the luxury, though, of being able to speak. And Porcupine is not that much longer to say than Piney. But I've also tended to be someone who will say full words rather than abbreviations. With that said, I also do that in typing. I'm weird. Porcupine. Right. Let's do this all to the same height. Again, this needs to be made taller in the middle, but we're doing it to the right height on the outside. I can arch the roof afterwards. I'm also really hoping to find pockets of tuft while I'm doing this. The staircase down is supposed to be lined with tuff bricks. Part of the reason it isn't is because I'm out of tuff. And unfortunately, tuff is not renewable, to my knowledge. I mean, there's a lot of it in the world, but I don't want to be digging specifically for it unless I have to. So it makes sense to do all the digging out, and then when I get to the point of finishing the digging, I can use the tuff that I've got, and then I know how much extra I need to find. that. Give me 1 second. Right, Jess. I have my cute and adorable cat paying more attention to me while I'm streaming than normal. Sitting on my desk. Just gazing out across the office going, I am queen of everything here. She's my princess. That's a cute cat emote, Average. Not as cute as my boop emote, but I am slightly biased. Mostly because the boop emote is based on Jasmine. Jumpy Spider Lily, my amazing and talented artist that I use, did a cute emote. Hang on. Was it McHugh or Jumpy gave you that one? Ooh. I could see both Danielle and Jumpy doing that. Jumpy enjoys nicknames. She calls me lots of nicknames, such as and you. Oh, sorry, family friendly. It was a joke. I didn't say anything. My censor button doesn't actually bleep me out. I just stay quiet while I do it. It implies that I curse without actually cursing, because I don't naturally curse. Well, I don't naturally curse much. Very, very little. Tab did it first, though. Okay. I miss Tab. Do you know what? We all have times where we realise it's been far too long since we spoke to someone. I'm going to use this opportunity. To message Tab. There, done. I have messaged Tab. Told her chat was just talking about you and caused me to think Tab is awesome. I miss Tab. There. It's very easy to have people drift away and you don't keep in contact. I try and make an effort of when I think of someone that I haven't spoken to for a while, just checking in and seeing how they are. I don't always do it, but I try to. I make an effort. I've had times in my life where things have been tough and no one's thought to check in. And it's a nice thing when you know that someone cares enough to want to check in. So I try and make an effort to do it when it occurs to me. If I didn't do it now, I'd also forget. Bratty Kid, welcome in. Good morning to you. It's afternoon for me. I am clearly in the future. Which means when it's lotto time, I'll know ahead of you what the winning lottery ticket is. So just give me a shout. I'll give you some random numbers. I didn't say I'd give you some winning numbers. I said random numbers. And those random numbers may or may not be 42 and 69. I hope you tell her. I hope you tell her. I feel like Porcupine was midway through typing and then accidentally hit enter. 42 best number. We have a Douglas Adams fan. Congratulations. I appreciate you. What do you get when you multiply 6 by 7? That's the question. See, I know Douglas Adams. One of the first bits of media that I watched and took in, I watched the BBC TV series on tape because my older brother thought I needed to see it. So he forced me to watch it, and I really enjoyed it and still enjoy it to this day. It's also the sort of thing that I can quite happily just put on and watch and enjoy. There are some things that are fun to watch no matter how many times you've seen it, and my go-to tends to be Red Dwarf. But Douglas Adams' Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy also quite high up there as well. I have gone to that many times. Did your brother give you a towel first? No, I watched it and then I understood the importance of a towel. Before, you know, watching it, I didn't know how important towels are. That's right, I'd lived my life completely towelless, unaware of the importance that they hold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm counting, it's fun. I mean, technically I don't need to count, I could just do a big wide bit here as far as I like. But I want to do it exactly 4 sections, so 1, 2, 3. We only need 1 more section in this direction. Then we'll do that one. It's not actually that much work to do the digging out. What are you mining for? I'm making space for my library. Ooh, tough. I need tough. To the point where I probably should make an effort to grab that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then that goes there. Let's just check out this cave. Essentially, this is my solo-ish world, which means most of the time it's just me on here, but I do have friends that join me. Ooh, diamond. Join me for collaborations and builds. So sometimes, for example, Witherbag will join me so that we can stream together. And so that she can enjoy my amazing company. Little of column A, little of column B. Must remember, it's that way. Floating gravel, straight on. Ooh, more diamonds. I like this is working out well. This rate, I'm going to be set for all those channel point redemptions. And because it's a solo-ish world, I don't need to keep a huge amount of each book. I just need enough for me and the people that may occasionally join me. So I don't want to keep the librarians alive forever. I just want to get enough books that I go, yeah, I'm kind of covered. I have 1 more torch on me. And I didn't bring my ender chest down, which is slightly annoying. God, I'm sort of curious. Oh, it's lava down there. Okay. I could probably have spaced those torches out a little better, but it's fine. We haven't got a mob farm in this area yet. At some point, I'd like to build a mob farm over here, but I haven't yet, and until the point where I do, I'm not that bothered. Just reducing the amount of work later, not trying to do everything. Solo world with guests, hence solo-ish. Welcome in, Bobo. Death. AKA Death. There it is. I found my way out. I'm okay. There is an argument for grabbing this tough. Let's go empty my pockets. That cave was bigger than it looked from the start. I know. Sometimes it opens up like that. I have plenty of sticks. We do that. Let's offload some of the stuff I don't need. Keep all of the tough for now. And let's do 2 stacks of torches. The rest of those in there. There. Perfect. I also came here because I wanted this stuff. I have already designed this in my creative world, but at the moment what I want to do is the skeleton just for the shape of it, and then I can go back in and decorate afterwards. Hey-o, today is a rest day for this dragon, which means laundry, going to the market to see what they might have, and movie night. Stupid question, Bobo. Do you have a movie in mind? Just curious. I have lots of films that I would like to watch, but I've got to get Mrs. Dragon home to watch them, and she keeps going and spending weekends with family because they've needed help. My mother-in-law had her hip, her second hip replacement fairly recently, so she was there. She also ended up going and looking after Granny and Grandad, and then this weekend she's looking after our niece. So it's just me and Jasmine in the house. Boyfriend wants to watch the new Frankenstein movie. I haven't. I saw an advert for it, but I didn't watch the advert. I hope that doesn't sound too stupid. You know, I saw the advert come up, but I didn't pay attention to it in the slightest. I was distracted. I was doing other things. I think I was in Minecraft at the time. That and that. Oh, look at it. It doesn't look right. That's better. So we've got more to light up back here. However, what I think I'll do is dig in this way. Turtle Deck, thank you very much for the follow. For a little bit of regular deep slate. And then I can put it in as flooring. I think that makes sense. This will all be replaced at some point, but for now, that gives me a shape to work to. Sensible, right? It's supposed to be really good. The Frankenstein film. Okay, I shall look into it. Although, I'd be very surprised if Mrs. Dragon... Oh, wishing well. We'll go do that. In fact, that gives me an excuse to head up to the surface. Mrs. Dragon doesn't tend to go scary films. Heyo, welcome in Turtle Deck. I wish to beat the boyfriend in the Hot Ones challenge on Tuesday. Okay. And that needs me to grab a diamond. Okay. 1 diamond. And what was the other stuff I needed from here? Was terracotta. Probably it. I have a niggling feeling there was something else, but we'll see. Take this diamond up the stairs. Maribel, welcome in. Anyone who isn't familiar, Maribel is an amazing streamer and she's a sweetie. Oh, there. Just worth checking out. Right, the Wishing Well Redemption, for anyone who hasn't been here for it before, means I have to throw a diamond into the well over there, and it goes into the bank. I know, I could have put it straight into the bank, but I decided, no, I shall do it over here, because it's cooler. Lurking while getting kiddos ready for church. I appreciate the lurk. Now this beautiful thing has... Oh, look at that magma at the bottom. If I throw chicken in, it gets picked up by a hopper minecart, and it will send it to the bank, because this machine doesn't know it's not a diamond. It will just send it over, and it'll go in the vault. Oh no, never mind, rejected. Yeah, see, I know how to Minecraft. There's a filter, which means we throw diamonds in here. If it's a diamond, it gets into the bank. If not, it gets rejected. And then... Oh, hang on. Ow! If we look over this way, there's the diamond. Goes through the system. The jingle plays. And the counter goes up. Look at that. My 7-segment display. I'm very pleased with how this works. And the jingle and everything. I don't often toot my horn, but this, I'm really pleased with it. That's right, I know. I played with note blocks and we did a 7-segment display. I'd never played with one of those before. Right. Part of the reason that part of my inspiration, I should say, behind this world. Oh. Hey, toot your horn again. Okay, let me finish what I was saying. Part of the reason, the ideology behind this world is I want to have a reason to explore it. I want to have things stored in different places. So we have a slime farm, like 1,000 blocks that way. Gives me a reason to go over that way. I could have built an oozing-based slime farm here, but I didn't want to. I wanted to build a different kind of one in the swamp. I designed it and I made it really cool and I'm happy with it. We have a logging cabin over that way, like 1,000 blocks. And it means I have a reason to inhabit my world. Right. When you say toot my own horn, you mean say about how awesome I am doing redstone. I mean, so when I did this redstone whilst my niece was with me. Can we see? What would you like to see? You are welcome to see whatever you want. Just tell me what it is. I was explaining to my 6-year-old niece who's been playing Minecraft on her phone. She was asking questions about how can you get things to work. I'm like, okay, so I hadn't designed the filter system for this. She asked me how it would be done, so I showed her and did it with her. The slime farm? Yeah, we can head over there. It's not a particularly amazing slime farm, but it's perfectly efficient enough for me. I wanted to build it in a swamp because I hadn't built a slime farm in a swamp before. Dum dum dum. 18. My slime farms in the past have always been down underground in slime chunks, and I could have done that, but I'd not played with doing it in a slime in a swamp before, so I wanted to. I've also played with the using thing, and there are trial chambers with slime spawners. I could have played with that, but I went, no, I kind of want to do one in the swamp. It also gives me a reason to go over there. So hopefully I can remember where it is. Because it's relatively efficient, I only need to come over here, run it for a few hours, and then pick up the stuff and come back. But all it is an iron golem in the middle. But I enjoyed doing it. It was an excuse to come over here. And Jumpy Spider Lady, my talented emote artist, well, artist of many types, not just emotes, does other stuff too, came out and helped me clear the land. So that's my AFK spot. Let's land. Oh, still haven't finished this area. So all of the bulbs are waxed so they don't turn into fully oxidized ones, except for the ones on this side. Now, there's a reason for that. You need a light level below 7, but higher than 0. So I found out, well, I worked out that if I spaced my lanterns apart correctly and had them oxidized to the right level, nothing can spawn here except for slimes. So the slimes spawn here, they're attracted to the iron golem, they jump forwards. It's very similar to magma cube farms I've made in the past. I just wanted to do it with slimes, and having an opportunity to play with it in creative and work out where the spawning spaces were. So I worked out that if the slime was outside of this diagonal here, it's a radial distance for aggro. So if they were in these corners, they didn't see the iron golem, so they just kind of loiter around in the corners. So cutting off the corners and making it a correctly scaled octagon, and that everything in this is close enough. There they go. So spawns, hops over to try and kill the iron golem. There's a lava bucket in the middle which helps take out the big guys. I can't remember now. Is there lava? Must be lava. Either way, works well. It's nothing fancy. It's just my slime farm, and I'm going to figure out how I want it to work myself. And it works. Oh, there we go. Oh, poor bat. There we go. Yeah, so just them jumping is enough for them to end up hitting the lava. See, it works fine. And the drops fall at their feet. So as long as they're not swimming up the lava, well, you're fine, which they shouldn't be. They'll be falling down. They go to their peak height instantly, as far as I remember. Oh, I never put a proper door down here. But yeah, the amount of time I need to come here is very little. And not even the most efficient. It just works. It gave me an excuse to build something different and decorate it and move around. Why did I do that? I don't know. Why did I kill it with pickaxe? I also don't know. Scroll wheels, alright? Misclicked. Or misscrolled. Didn't even get anything for it. It's the worst part. Right, head back home and we'll continue to work. So I have other things to be building around the town square. I just wanted to get my library in so I can start collecting heads of the people that have joined me in the world. In fact, Has that always been there? Yes. Yes, it has. It's just been a while since I've been there. There we go. Town. Well, sort of town. Future town. Have you built a creeper farm for the rockets? No. So I am someone who typically when I start a new world, one of the first farms I build is a mob farm. Because gunpowder's really handy, but so's the other stuff. Bones are really handy, string can be handy. There's a purpose for it. It's quite an easy thing to build, and you just get a slow supply of a trickling in of useful blocks. Even if it's just rotten flesh that you can trade away, that's kind of useful. Witches or zombies? Zombies. These guys, though. Butter boots. I was just hoping for a bit of copper. I'm repairing my stuff, alright? See? Now, I often build mob farms early on, but because I have a plan for a future mob farm, it means I'm holding off on it. Although, I also have a plan to build a witch farm, but that's a later on thing. I have a particular design for it. Welcoming cores, which I could show, I think. Disconnect. Bear with. Pause scene. No, I can't. Okay. I don't appear to have the IP of the server. Interesting. Bear with. Gonna just jump on to Ramble Life, but I don't seem to have the IP. Did to throw up a quick gas farm on the nether roof for early game. So I tend to go mob farms because so many of my bases have involved mob farms in them. The TARDIS noises startled me. That's course, sorry. It's not my fault. Be right back, gotta check on laundry. Live long and prosper. Be a second. I cannot find the... I'm looking for the IP of the server for Ramble Life. Nope. Can't join the server if I don't know the IP. The IP of which server? Ramble Life. I'm pretty sure I've definitely connected since it was moved. That one I do not know. Thanks, course. Bear with. Oh. I do have it correctly. Do you still have it in your list? Yes? I tried to connect to it and it didn't work. I'm going to send you the... Also, if you don't mind, can I send you the server IP I have? I'm pretty sure it's the correct server IP. Then join. I did click join. It's Inowaki. Internal exception. Bratty kid, thank you. Wait, thank you very much for the follow. Oh well, let me connect back to there. I can show you the witch farm another time. It's probably B, I don't know. Right, sleep time, sleep time, sleep time. There's my bed. There's another bed inside. I'm going inside! Don't like it. There. Whew. There was a chance I'd know an IP for you. There is, you're right. I thought you were going to say I can show you the world. I can't. I can't show you the world. That's the problem. Get out. Also, no creepers around, right? Just that one. We're okay. I can deal with this one. Ah! Yeah, so I plan to build my magic maker farm, but I need to pick a location for it. Coffee stroke pasta known for adding spaces. What? Need space it out front stroke back. Wolfie, I'm so confused. Huh? For the horde! Okay. Zombie horde? It's the third redemption today. I've actually spent quite a while since in this world since the last redemption. We've had 3 today, both 2 from Bobo, who is currently doing laundry, which I think is code for killing people. You just want to check that the redstone still works, right? Cause was the genius that provided said redstone, and if it doesn't work, it's all his fault. Or more accurately, for the horde. That makes more sense. See, it works. Now that's taking out the trash. Oh, okay. Sorry, I always get these code words mixed up. Right, before I head back down, I came up here with terracotta, then got distracted. Terracotta. Goes in. And terracotta. The IP address might have space in front or back, so I won't read properly. I haven't changed the IP within my game since I last connected. It has been a while since I last connected, but not. But let's go. I'm not looking at my IP address right now, also, and I can message you later for it. It was going to be a quick show of something. I'm over it now. Right, what am I doing up here? Let's throw some junk in here. This doesn't need to be here, but thank you for offering to help. I'm super nervous for Tuesday. For those that don't know, in case Bobo hasn't self-promoted enough, doing some charity stuff on Tuesday. Bobo is with, I was going to say better half. That's the wrong term. With Bobo's man. Yes. I can't call someone your better half. No, he's the better half. Nah. How could someone be better than you? You're awesome. Lovely. And practically perfect in every way. 5. Perfect. He eats healthy, works out, etc. Well. So what you're saying is we should all be ashamed of ourselves for not being him. Gotcha. Let's go here. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. See? And then out. Do the rest with fortune pick. It's so dark in here. Oh. I think I did that wrong. 2, 3, 4, 5. I did do that wrong. Whew. Thank heavens Minecraft lets me just put blocks back in. Unlike the real world, you take out a cubic meter of rock. It's hard to put it back in. It takes a lot of glue. I think this was the last one, was it? 1, 2, 3, 4. It is. We do need to dig this up so it's level with that. And then I might take a break from digging and start placing in some of the deep slate. But to be honest, I think I'll stick with doing the shaping. As long as it's not boring me out of my mind. And for someone who enjoys large scale builds in Minecraft, I mean, I've built some reasonable sized things in the past. Although I think really that's down to the community's a better judge of whether they are big or not. I think they're reasonably scaled. I find big jobs boring and monotonous, and it's amazing that I managed to get through any of them. Because even just this, which is a relatively small dig, I get to the point where I go, I'm bored of this now. I like spending like 15-20 minutes on this, and then going and 15-20 minutes in creative, then 15-20 minutes on something else. I like to mix it up so I don't get bored. And with the ease of me getting so bored, it's amazing that I ever finish anything. Oh, that. Right. That one. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good. We're good. Which ones are facing? Okay. So just taking out the top half of this is section 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll have 6 sections. So that'll be a third of the digging done. A third, that's it. And that's once I've finished this bit. I haven't finished it yet. I like the idea of doing all the digging, then going around and doing all of the spruce. Then all of the deep slate. Although with that said, I didn't find the capacity to do that yesterday. I started placing blocks. Do the same. Bobo, you and me are very alike. We're both very cool. And modest about it as well. I mean, you and I, we don't brag about how we're the coolest people in the room. We just kind of stand there exuding coolness. You know, you don't need to tell people. They can all see. I kid. I don't think that highly of myself. Behind the bravado of confidence, there is a person who doubts their value every day. And I have done all my life. Oh. Surprised I'd put a torch on that side and not that one. Very hip and chill, can't forget that, and a dragon on top. No, you see, that's where we're different, Bobo. I'm not actually a dragon, it's just a surname. So many times I've entered people's streams and they're going, oh, Zach the Dragon, what kind of dragon are you? And I've had to go, I've never really thought about it, to be honest. It's just a name. It's just a name. Don't ask me difficult questions. Stuff. 1, 2, 2, 2, 2. And I have the blocks on me, so let's put these in. Good. Dragon that hoards books. I mean, you're not wrong. Or at least a dragon that hopes to one day hoard books. I haven't actually done any hoarding yet. Well, I've done a little bit of hoarding, not much. Part of me wants to do those archers. I could do that. A relatively small job. I probably need to go and empty my pockets. This goes up, and across, and then down. There's supposed to be stairs on the underside there. There's supposed to be tough behind it, but that's a problem for later. Hush! I have too many books and not enough shelves. Bobo, what you're supposed to say is I don't have enough shelves, but I have not enough books. I don't have enough books, but I also don't have enough shelves. Implying that, you know, ultimately you want more books. It's just a matter of got to find somewhere to put them. I, on the other hand, I do have to. I was going to say I don't have too many books. I have too many books. I don't find a lot of time to read books. I listen to a lot of audiobooks. I don't sit down and read a lot of books. Very easy for me to find time and ability to listen to a book whilst I'm doing other things. I do not find a lot of time sitting down where I can read. So the last time I read a book would have been Christmas, New Year last year. Mr. Dragon and I had a trip away, and I took a book with me. And because I wake up early, I got to read my book. Sure. Do stairs? These are supposed to be. Oh. Like this. Maribel says never enough books. Yeah, I know that's your view, and I am inclined to agree. But my problem is I need to find time to read the books I have, and every time I see a book and I go, oh, I want to buy that book so I can read it, I have to remember that I'm not going to find time to read it. So all I'm doing is filling up space and adding more regret to my life, where I can look at the pile of books and go, oh yeah, I still haven't found time. Much like games in the Steam library, I have a lot of them. Part of that is because Steam sales are a thing, and part of that is because I'm very fortunate to have contacts in the industry that send me games occasionally. And beside my time streaming, I don't actually find a lot of time to play games. So if I can no longer stream it because either, you know, it's not interesting enough to warrant doing a stream on it, then I probably won't get around to playing it. Which is sad. And so every time I look at Steam and go, I've got hundreds of games to play. Hundreds. When am I going to do it? It's sad. The worst is when you have the shelves but no money for more. Oh. That sounds too real. I don't like that. It makes me sad. Ha! I know this is not what I was going to do, but it's bringing me joy. It's far from finished, but doing the arches makes me happy. I have the books stacked in front of each other, stacked up on a shelf on those. At least I don't have piles of books on the floor yet. Yeah, there's time. There's always time. Future developments. I'm in the too many books to read category as well. I just end up regretting seeing books go, I want to read that. I don't have time. Although I've been getting through my audiobooks fairly well, so I'm pleased that I'm not falling behind on books that way. So when I see a book, I go, I want to read that, I will check to see whether I can get it as an audiobook. I had a phase when I was trying to sort glasses and reading was headache-inducing and got out of the habit. I can understand that. I would imagine that's a familiar story for a lot of people. I'm very fortunate that whilst my eyesight isn't perfect, it's not too bad, and I've not really suffered from my eyesight. I do have glasses, but legally I can drive without them. So my prescription not that bad. And I have driven without them. Just makes it harder to read certain things. Not read them, but more that I get less warning for the road name as I'm driving past and go, oh, that was the road I was supposed to go. Oh. Wolfie says, I took an old MFI wardrobe to bits. MDF? You mean MDF? And turned into my bookshelves till a good 8 years later, just for free stuff. Ah, so satisfying. You remember MFI? What is MFI? Is that like a furniture store? It's like DFS, but obviously not for sofas. That reminds me, I need to make an appointment to collect the new glasses. I probably need to get my eyes checked. I think I'm overdue a check. Although I'm not particularly worried about it. It's more of a last time I had an appointment booked, I couldn't go, so ill. I have mobs. They're loud. I don't like it. Let me out. Deep slate, that'll work. Not deep slate. Whatever that's called. Dripstone. Was like IKEA, just cheaper, or MDF flat packs. Okay. I wasn't a moron when I said, do you mean MDF? I mean, I wasn't wrong, but I was also wrong. It was a place where all children got furniture from because parents could buy relatively okay quality furniture for very little cash. So if the kids destroyed it, it was okay. Or if the kids grew out of it. Actually, kids do have a habit of destroying things. If you ever need to demolish a house, you can get a JCB or you can get a child. Both work. Right, we need deep slate brick. I'm not too worried about the groaning. I'm sure I'll discover the cave at some point. In you pop and in you pop. Nice. Boba says, boyfriend promised me that whatever house we do get together, that we will have a library. But back to my long message, I have over 300 books on that list I have to go through. Wow. Also depends on what sort of a person you are. There are people that will read a book and then keep the book, and there are people that will read the book and go, well, I've read it now, I don't need it anymore, and find a new home for it. And then there's a whole spectrum between. Some people will keep some books because they're meaningful. Some people will keep most books. Various. I tend to read a book and then go, I've read it, and I don't plan on reading it again, so I'm okay. And I don't think I would ever justify rereading a lot of the books because I'm aware of how many books I have that I would like to read, and it's like, well, whilst I would enjoy reading that book again, I feel like the better value add is for me to read a new book rather than the same book. I read the book, reread the books. Oh, that's fine. No judgment. Just saying, for me personally, it's very rare for me to have a book that I go, yes, I'm going to reread this, because most of the time I'm aware that I've got other books that I should prioritize. Fiance and I just got a house, and I told him one of the rooms was going to be a library. Mrs. Dragon and I have been looking at houses. We are not moving, but we have a list of things we need. One of the things I'm particularly keen to have is a small, snug office space for my computer and my speakers. I have I have studio monitor speakers, so I have good speakers. They're about 50 years old? No, 45 years old. And I expect them to outlast me. They are good quality speakers, and one of my things that brings me the most joy is sitting down and enjoying my music, listening to it, being able to pull out the different parts and go, oh, I really appreciate that. Even the little bits. When I can find a song and go, I really enjoyed that little bit there. There's a little scrape, a little sound bit in there where you can hear and it makes it richer, and I love doing that. And so when we find our forever home, it's important for me to have a space in it that I can put my speakers and amplifier and seating area, so I can just sit down and listen to my music. I can listen to music and just let my emotions take me over and enjoy it. Whether I'd be sitting there smiling or sitting there crying, it doesn't matter. Music is very important to me. So finding a place that's got space for my speakers, that's a priority for me. Sorry, I reread because some days I just need cozy and comforting. Yeah, I understand that. I just don't often have the opportunity to read, and if I don't have if I have the opportunity to read, it's harder for me to justify rereading. Everyone's different. It's just for me, right? I try and go, should I be reading this or should I be reading my next thing on the list? Normally it's the next thing on the list. But you can join me in my library. We can read and have a hot cocoa. Ooh, hot cocoa. Whoever says I can make brownies. Great. Now I need to come to this library too. I also need to stop so I can drink my hot beverage. For those of you that don't know, I'm a tea enjoyer. I have a cup of tea. I don't know if I've ever gone live without a cup of tea on my desk. Past my ritual. So I go live with tea on the desk. On my mug warmer, so it stays warm for a couple of hours. I've only been live for an hour, but it's cooled down enough that it's a warm but perfectly temperature drink. You know what I mean. What type of tea today? My normal. I'm very boring. I tend to just go for black tea with milk. Although this morning, as I said earlier, I did have honey and ginger, but it's normally black tea with a bit of milk. It's more about the ritual than it is about the taste. It's the stopping and enjoying, just having a moment where you go, oh, Sam, I've got tea right now. So Zach, I hope you're enjoying your tea. We also have an amazing emote to do with tea. Actually, we have two amazing emotes for tea, but most people don't have the second one. If I press that button, it should play. There we go. Tier 1, like 6th one along. Me with a cup. Actually, that cup is based on my cup that's upstairs. Thank you, Porcupine. Yes, that one. But I also have a tier 2 emote, which is a posh cup of tea. You know it's posh because the little finger points out. I remember one stream when you had hydration drink. So I've often had hydration drink and tea. I don't. If you say I streamed with just a hydration drink, I believe you. It's just rare enough that I'm not sure. But quite likely. For which, when I do have a hydration drink, I have an advanced drink. I'm partnered with them, so if you ever fancy trying some, there's my link. Don't buy it because it supports. Also forgot to click. Wait, Bobo? Bobo just resubbed. Well, Bobo resubbed probably a week or so ago, but that's celebrating the resub, and that little chink 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 is tier 2. Bobo has access to my posh emote. Bobo, go on, use it. No one else can. I don't think anyone else has a tier 2. Also, I'm supposed to be stopping so I can drink my tea. Oh, it's so good. That and holding it in my hand during that entire rant meant that it's cooled down slightly. Normally pop if it's warm and tea ran out. So I will still have a hot drink even when it's warm. I will still have tea. I just might drink it a little bit slower. Also, when I make tea, it's a pint's worth. A large pint of tea. Finished! I've been in the habit of drinking a pint of tea for many years because I've been self-employed. Hang on. 18 years? I think 18 years in February. And for most of those years where I've been self-employed, I would just work flat out non-stop for 12, 14 hours some days. And I learnt that if I didn't make a decent sized cup of tea, or a big cup of tea, I wouldn't drink enough of it. So I learnt to make big mugs of tea. I'm missing a few emos of yours. Yes, you do have most of them. Bobo is top bit giver of the channel. Currently. But you know, anyone can change that. Anyone got a few thousand bits, they just want to just throw them into, say a few, quite a few. Just make sure you take the top spot off Bobo and get that exclusive emote that even Bobo doesn't have. Don't do that. If you did that, I'd probably start crying. So it's best not. No one wants to make me cry. I've done it before on stream, and I'm not afraid to do it again. 85. Bobo securing the #1 spot, but making sure, staying ahead of the curve, throwing 100 bits like once before. Thank you, Bobo. Only missing a few emotes for yours. 85,833 to get the zombie burr. The fact that it's so many, you've done so much, so much. I don't think I could ever do enough to deserve what you've already done, Bobo. Got to keep my lead. No one was challenging for it. I was saying something in jest. No one had taken me seriously and gone, yeah, here, have some bits. It was a joke. I like being a butt. Well, I wouldn't dare call you a butt because you just gave me 100 bits. It's helping to pay my bills. And hugely appreciated. Haha! That's looking good. I said I've got 7 tunnels stuff. 1, 2. I found a mini hot plate that is meant to keep mugs warm. It lives on my desk to keep my drink warm while streaming. You did the same as me! Well, mine's mug warmer. That's no tea leaf. I haven't seen that. Haven't seen that GIF for far too long. Oh! Thank you, Bobo, for the 420 bits. It's a lot of bits today, Bobo. Stop it. You've got other bills that are more expensive, more important than me. Angelic Wanderer popping in, not saying anything, just bits? Question mark, along with 1,000 bits. Thank you very much, Angelic. It's good to see you. Now, could we try this again? Do this properly. Pretend you haven't just done that, and turn up, do your arrival sound, and then allow me to have my joy of going, oh, it's an Angelic! Oh, it's an Angelic! Yeah, that! Oh. Bobo's now doing the Batman theme tune. Na 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 na. Oh no. Let's get the hype. No, this doesn't need to happen. Thank you very much for 200 more bits. I can do math. Look, that's 720 bits today and a tier 2 sub, which is a huge deal. Thank you, Bobo, but stop. I appreciate you, but stop. Right. This is going on. And we're going to keep on digging. Thank you. That ain't mathing right. 420 plus. Oh! Oh. Okay. Yeah, I didn't math right. I saw that as 2 lots of 100, not 1,100. Oh, jeebus. Bobo. I'm doubling down on what I said. Stop it. Angelic. Angelic gifting a sub. Wait. I'm counting 5. Wow. Optional oath. Diver cat. DC. We like DC. And we like oath. I mean, I'm just as excited about oath as everyone else. It's DC. DC was in chat yesterday, and it was a treat to have DC check in. Diver Cat has had a lot of time away from Twitch because life has been hectic, and so I had a lot of joy yesterday. I went, DC! Oh. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Bobo. Angelic, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Oath, DC, exactly. Siki. Calbec. Calb FC, I think. Calbef. I think it's Calb FC, I'm going to guess. And your last one where it says 100 bits, I started reading where it highlights the total bits that you've given to the channel, thinking that was a username, because I was in the habit of going, oh, I'm looking at the bit highlighted at the end of my activity feed. It's the name. Oath, DC, Exactly, Seeky, Cowbeck, and... Well, that's a weird name. 115,880. Oh! Brain not functioning. Give me 1 second. All this excitement is getting me a little bit warm. I need to take my hoodie off. Oh. Stripping off. I didn't think it would be this kind of a stream. Although I don't think anyone really gets the benefit of me stripping off on stream when I don't have a camera. But you know, people give me bits, and that's I just can't help but then go, oh, I best start taking clothes off. Clearly, either that or I just get a little bit flustered because people are being nice and it's weird. It's unusual. Hub. Thank you. Thank you. Don't. Oh. That tickled me enough that I can feel pain. Bobo! That getting flustered. No! I've been streaming for 6 years. The fact that anyone's ever turned up is amazing. The fact that people keep turning up is just baffling and such a privilege. I am so lucky to have found so many amazing people on this platform. Hype! Ooh. Level 3 complete! Well, thank you for the 100 bits for the flustered and the 180. I feel like we need to have more GIFs and sound bits attached to some of the amounts, but I don't know what. The voice crack! My voice cracked yesterday when I was streaming as well, just so you know. It's not that special. My voice is still a little bit fragile. I was ill a couple of weekends ago. It happened all of a sudden. Mrs. Dragon was under the weather but thought it was allergies, and then I was ill and went, oh, maybe it wasn't allergies. And so I was ill a couple of weekends ago. I had to cancel my streams for the weekend. Focus on getting better. And whilst I feel good, my throat still isn't quite right. So my voice has been off. And it doesn't take much for me to get a little bit croaky and sore. Right, that goes there. That goes there. That goes there. Which is most frustrating when I start singing and go, oh, no. I've never thought my singing was that good, but it's worse right now. It's been a very, very gradual process of clearing up the gunk. And I feel good. It's just my voice isn't quite right still. My throat's a little bit scratchy. Oh. I looked over as the chatbot responded to your bit announcement. That's a long message. Oh, wait, that's my bot. God forbid a man wants to sing. I mean... So, backstory, Turtle Deck, because not a lot of people know this. I used to sing quite well when I was young. But I was young a very, very long time ago. I was head chorister for many years. I never retrained after my voice changed. But my voice now is... I have a very good ear. And my voice is okay. I'm decent at singing. But nothing amazing. I'm the sort of person that if I was on a talent show, I wouldn't be shown because I'm neither amazing nor am I terrible. But as music is very important to me and I enjoy my music, I enjoy exploring the music afterwards by singing. It's just how I am. And I don't do it on stream, I do it offline. So I will enjoy a tune. I will often think of songs and feel the need to sing it.
Cup of tea, steaming friend.
That's awesome.
Our sultry love will not end. until thy dregs are all drunk up, and then we make another cup.
My tea is finished. I feel the urge to make another. No, I'm not going to. It's fine. It's fine. I don't need another cup right now. I want one. When I was young, I was told I could sound good, but I don't sing in public since my ex said I sound like crud. Wow, that's very rude of them. But see, there's differences of quality of singing. So some people will say you sound terrible if you don't sound amazing, as in like a pop star would sound. But what? Huh? Hang on a minute. You gift. Okay. So on my side, it shows 504 bits, and then it says 100 bits, 100 bits, 100 bits, 100 bits, 100 bits, 1, 1, 1, 1. So I'm thinking, oh, that's 504 plus 100 plus. It's like 1,000 something, and then it's playing the 504 one. I'm like, no, I'm confused. The bot read it wrong. Thank you, Angelic. You've already done too much. Thank you. I sounded like the seagull from Little Mermaid. I cannot remember what the seagull from Little Mermaid sounds like. I do not remember the seagull. Well, in fairness, I did not watch The Little Mermaid much. I've only seen bits of it. I've probably seen all of it, just not in one sitting. I was being difficult. I can see that. And I appreciate it. Choo-choo. Ooh, emotes. Oh, wait, I got one. What did I get? What did I get? Share. I got. That is iconic. Bear with. There, I'm sharing it. Now you can see what I got. Thank you for the hype. It's a level 4 hype. That's not gonna lie, that's really crazy. Thank you. That's so many bits. And gifted subs. Oh. You know how I was yeah. I have chills. It's a lot of generosity, thank you. I'm very lucky. The seagull gave her the thingamabob, the dingle hopper, the doobry what's it. I can't remember the other things it was called. Yeah, I don't remember what it sounds like. I remember what flounder, the fish, sounds like, and whatever the name of the lobster it sounded like. But I don't remember fish. Slowly getting to it one day. Sebastian, thank you. I knew that! But Little Mermaid was not one that I watched a lot. There are some Disney films I've seen a number of times, and other ones I've seen once. And other things that I am aware of because they've been played a lot around me. For example, I'm pretty sure this is a fairly universal thing. Every child has a film or TV show that they will watch on repeat non-stop. And it can change through their life. But my nephew, when he was little, he used to watch Beauty and the Beast. That was his film. He watched it very often. Siki, hello. Thanks for the gift. Siki, thank you for coming in and thanking Angelic, and also welcome in. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so he used to watch Beauty and the Beast. So whilst I don't know if I've ever seen Beauty and the Beast the whole way through, I have seen all of Beauty and the Beast multiple times. Just not in one sitting. On the other hand, I've seen Barbie, Princess and the Pauper plenty of times. Oh, give me that rock, please. It's going there. Nope. That's going there. Perfect. For my oldest, it was Mary Poppins. I'm going to say something that may cause Maribel to run out of the room shouting and screaming. I have not seen Mary Poppins. This is confession time. I just never got round to watching it, and then I tried to watch it. I must have been 20. with my ex's kids. It was one of their favourite films. They insisted on watching it with me. So I sat down on the sofa with the kids around me, and one each side, kind of cuddled up. I fell asleep. I woke up for the credits, and then they asked me whether I enjoyed it. I didn't have the heart to say I saw nothing. So I did try and watch it once. I own it on DVD. I have got it behind me in the office on the shelf, along with all my other DVDs. I've still not seen it. I own it. I haven't seen it. Quest for Camelot. Huh, Bobo? I'm so confused. I'm out of context when I go up. Best underrated movie. Quest for Camelot? It's a lovely film, just don't listen to the accents. I mean, I've seen bits of it. I've just never watched all of it. I've seen other films of similar sort of age and time. Like Bedknobs and Broomsticks. I've seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks. Oh, Wolfie. That is weird. I said Bedknobs and Broomsticks, then looked at chat and saw you typed it. I've seen Bedknobs and Broomsticks probably a dozen times. Racuna Racoidi Racorum Satus D? Something like that. And a little help from me. So I've seen that, but I haven't seen Mary Poppins. And I've spent most of my life with people shaming me for not watching all of Mary Poppins. But fundamentally, everyone you find has a film that is considered common knowledge. Everyone's seen that they haven't seen. And the fact that Turtles Deck kindly joined me and said, I am not alone! I feel safe. No, I'm not the only one. But yeah, you think of any film that you think, oh, everyone's seen that. There'll be someone in the room that hasn't seen it. You name a film and see if anyone goes, yeah. If everyone says, yep, I've seen that, I'd be surprised. I have to rein myself in my second job. There's a lady who has a French accent and sometimes pick up her accent. They do terrible British accents. I mean, I've heard terrible attempts of British accents because it's just the thing that so many people do, especially celebrities. Celebrities come to the UK and are asked, how are you enjoying Britain? And they'll talk about it and they go, very posh. And they'll put on an accent that you go, that doesn't sound like anyone I've ever met, but okay. I won't shame people for not seeing things. Everyone's families watch different things. I know you wouldn't. That's because you have a pure heart, Maribel. But people are always surprised when, if you note that you haven't seen something that is pretty common, you will find someone that goes, wow, really? How? How have you not seen that? Can't remember which one it was. Star Wars. I think Mrs. Dragon has only seen one Star Wars film, I think. And when I first learned that, I went, really? I'm kind of surprised. But they exist. I should know. I married someone. I was a manager from London. Sorry. I has a manager from London that I was constantly picking up her accent to the point she thought I was making fun of her. Mrs. Dragon does that. It's a mimicking thing, which... So, Mrs. Dragon, my darling wife, is a bit of a linguist. She's fluent in a few different languages and has spent a lot of time abroad. And when you do that, you end up automatically picking up accents as well as the language. So, for example, she spent years living in Norway. Learned Norwegian. And so, when you're speaking Norwegian, you put on a Norwegian accent because that's how you speak Norwegian. But the problem is, she does it by accident all the time for all things, even if it's English. And she's talking to someone who's speaking English just with an accent. she'll repeat their accent back at them without realising, and I have to till they go, excuse me, no, you're mimicking. Am I? Worse than you mash accents that don't go together, like Canadian and British. I'm partially tempted to try it, but I'm not going to. I'm not very good at accents. I wish I was, but I'm not. Right, in here's going some of this copper deep slate, because I don't need it right now, and here will go the rest. Ta-da! Never saw Top Gun till 10 years after release. Happens. Sorry, let me scroll back. Wolfie said, Mary Poppins, Jungle Book, Cinder's Pinocchio, pretty much seen them all. Okay. Jungle Book is one I've seen a lot of time. Well, a good few times. Are you my long lost family member? Boba says, when I get really drunk, I get a horrible Scottish accent. I can't do Scottish. Just don't work. I can't do it. I can't. I'm butchering it. I tried. It's not working. I get it. I refuse to watch some movies because so many tell me I have to watch them. Yeah. But unfortunately, we live in a world where most people view their opinion as the correct opinion. So it doesn't matter in what context. There could be two equally correct perspectives on something, but most people will talk about their perspective as if it's the only logical one, because let's face it, no one comes to a conclusion without thinking about it first, and if they've thought about it, they believe in their reasoning and they will speak up for their opinion. For example, if I spend ages picking a car, I will talk about my car as, oh yeah, it's the best car in the world. Of course it's the best car in the world. I spent ages picking it, and there was reason behind why I picked this car. And loads of people will talk about what they chose as the right choice. It's not how you should look at the world. Like it's Scottish and I'm not Scottish. We all have a bit of Scottish in us. Actually, I kind of want to go to Scotland for a holiday. Mrs. Dragon and I were talking about it. It's been years since I went to Scotland. I've enjoyed Scotland in the past, but it's, for me, it's very difficult to get to because it takes long enough that you go, can I really? If I'm going that far, I should be going for a long time. Was that your attempt to Scottish? No. I used to copy my Scottish auntie when I was little, but can't seem to do it anymore. Impressions and accents are not something I'm particularly good at, and it gets harder when you're streaming, or it gets harder for me when I'm streaming because I'm very self-conscious naturally. Whilst it may surprise you, I am incredibly self-conscious, and it's amazing that I even stream. And so I can't just do things on stream. It's too terrifying for me. So singing on stream, nope, doesn't happen easily. There's been a couple of instances where I've done little tiny bits, but no, I feel uncomfortable doing it. Same with accents. It's like, no, I could do a better accent if I wasn't streaming. But if I'm streaming, A, don't know if I want to attempt it in the first place, and B, if I do attempt it, nerves mean that it won't sound as good as it could because I'm chickening out. I do the same thing. I have to be super careful. You can always tell when I've been binge watching British crime dramas. I mean, in fairness, we do good crime dramas in the UK. There's been a lot of great shows and great detectives. It's not Columbo. It's better. It's Morse. If you don't know who Morse is, classic police detective series. Ran for many years. He had a jag. Author says, I will drop phrases, then realise who I'm talking to and apologise straight after. so far today, you've been well behaved, Wolfie, and I appreciate it. I mean, we're all related if we go back far enough. True. But I think finding the tree out to work out how we're related would take far too long for most of us. Who's your favourite Doctor? As in Doctor Who? Don't know if I have a favourite Doctor for Doctor Who. That's what. If I'm assuming you're talking about Doctor Who. They all bring something different. I think that's one of the joys of Doctor Who. It can be placed in any time, anywhere, and the character changes with each iteration. And there's examples of most of the Doctors being amazing in different ways. Like, Capaldi has some of the biggest acting chops and does so many things that just brilliant, but didn't always have good stories. So it was kind of up and down with the writing a little bit. I found some of Clara's arc difficult. I really enjoyed Clara. And it's Jenna Louise Coleman. Who doesn't love Jenna Louise Coleman? But at the end of season 8, she'd already had her perfect arc with the Danny Pink stuff, and they departed, and then she was traveling again with him, and it felt like a little bit of a natural place for it to end. And I'm glad that it continued, because there were some parts of season 9 that were great, but it felt like they'd pushed past the best ending for it. But yeah, there's examples of all different Doctors doing things amazingly in different ways. I mean, Matt Smith's introduction was fantastic. It was different. It was memorable. It gave people a jumping on point that wasn't as easy with Tennant's era. So if you were trying to introduce someone to the modern Who, there's an argument for introducing them to Eccleston. But then a lot of that is a little bit dated, because it was playing on some nostalgia from the series way back, because it wanted to kind of show, look, this is Doctor Who for the new age. So it has downsides to that. And then series 2 with David Tennant, you kind of need to watch Christopher Eccleston to be able to watch David Tennant's regeneration. Whereas Matt Smith was a good way of starting afresh, that people can start at season 5 or series 5. And I like some of the story arcs; they were good. But there are examples of all of them being amazing in different way. Tennant was my first, and this was my favourite. So my first would have probably been Pertwee or Baker, watching a couple classic Who's when I was younger. And then when it was reintroduced, I watched, Eccleston, Tennant, Smith, Capaldi, Jodie Whittaker. I kind of fell off at the end of Capaldi, and I watched Whittaker's, but I was a little bit underwhelmed by the writing. I think Jodie Whittaker did a good job. It just wasn't. It didn't blow me away with the writing. So it's worth watching, but I'm kind of partly watching it because I've watched all the other seasons, which is not a reason I want to be watching something. Maribel said about Midsummer's being a favourite murder mystery. Fifth Doctor, that bit. Never liked Eccleston, just didn't fit for me. Okay. I enjoyed Eccleston's portrayal. He seemed very broken. It was a good way of reintroducing the Doctor and kind of having that shadow on his soul of the Time War. Dalek as an episode was fantastic. It was low budget and Eccleston's acting made that work so brilliantly. The way he was, you could see he was physically offended at the existence of the Dalek. He spat at him. You know, he was there. He was angry, and you watched it and you went, yeah, I believe that anger and how hurt he is. You could tell that the story, the actor was feeling the story. I don't know how to say it properly, but it's essentially you looked at it, yeah, that is a Doctor who has lost his entire species, planet, to the Dalek Empire, and he blames them for it. But all my people are gone. At least the evil is gone too. And then to find that they're not, he was physically offended. You could see it, and I watched it. I believed it. I'm like, yeah, that is good acting. It was a reintroduction of it, and so we have Christopher Eccleston to thank for taking that on. He was a serious actor that went, yep, I'm going to be the Doctor. B says mine too, Jade. Had not heard of Doctor Who before that. B Silver, are you in America? I'm just curious. But he got me back with the Pandora's Box speech. Oh, Matt Smith. Yes, go. Had a hard time with Matt Smith because of the Living Space Ship episode. Okay. I understand that. Saran Jones, if I remember correctly. Yes, I'm California. Okay. I thought that would be the case. In Britain, even if you are not a fan of Doctor Who, it's so prevalent in the culture that you can't not know of it. Even if you've never watched it, you will know. Gabe, welcome in. Look, diggy. That's what I'm doing. Apart from when I'm getting distracted with chat, but it makes digging more enjoyable. At least for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this bit is here. Put the torch down so it's brighter for stream, and continue. Maybe I'll go back and rewatch. I mean, I say it's the sort of thing you can easily put on even if you don't watch it fully, because you can kind of tune in, tune out if you've seen it before. I recently rewatched a few episodes of season 8 with Capaldi. I was just enjoying dynamics and things, and I went, yep, I like this. But sometimes it was just enjoyable and I was in the background. Other times it was like, no, I'm enjoying this, I'm watching this. Are you a dwarf and you're digging a hole? See, when you read that, I thought we were going to talk about Red Dwarf. Diggy hole. Yeah. Apparently, I don't know. Hang on. My young son introduced me to Doctor Who, and how he found it, how he found it, I've no clue. Channel flipping, I suppose. Okay. I enjoyed the reintroduction. I enjoyed Eccleston's era, I enjoyed Tennant's era, and it was in different ways. I enjoyed Matt Smith's era in a different way. I enjoyed Matt Smith's era because of the season arc. Being able to have things that kind of work as a monster of the week, but still mostly build up to a climax at the end of the season. I like that. In season 5, the Pandora's Box or Pandorica opens. Good Man Goes to War. All those. So that was Good Man Goes to War was end of season 6. Look at me and my Doctor Who knowledge. I know things. I enjoyed there's an arc to the season. So season 6 with Pandorica opens. You have In the Flesh, and I forgot what the other episode was called, of the two-parter where they have doppelgangers, that was integral to the storyline, but you didn't necessarily know at the time. Or do! Thank you very much for the follow. I introduced my daughter to Doctor Who, don't think she's ever seen it. Here's a question, Maribel. How do you think you're going to introduce it? I was making a reference to Diggy Diggy Hole. I know! I just chose not to. Acknowledge that I know. You're welcome, brother. Brother? You my long lost brother? Long lost, okay. Whew. I hate to think of my brother I was talking to a couple of days ago watch me on stream. That would be embarrassing. He actually knows I stream, but I've told him to never watch me, and I think he's respected that wish. I'll never know. I'm just hoping that he's respected that wish. Mostly because if he hasn't, I will feel embarrassed next time I see him when I realise, oh, you were there when I told that silly story and I embarrassed myself. Whoopsie! See, telling an embarrassing story online to people you haven't met in person, less embarrassing than telling it to someone you actually know. What are you working on? We are digging a hole! It's a magnificent hole. It's a glorious hole of glory and magnitude. Let me show you in a moment. Let me finish this little section. 3, 4, 5. And then we'll go have a look. Where are y'all in the world? You mean all of chat or just me? I'm in England. The UK. Britain. Europe. Well, not part of the European Union anymore, but still Europe. I'm European. So you're making a hole of glory. Yes. And I read that way on purpose. Because I want to. I think... See, while I have a mix of audiences, I've always tended to have more viewers in the States than I have elsewhere. And I have no idea why. Whether it's that Twitch is more popular in the States than it is in the UK, whether it's just that the circles I'm in ended up being that way, whether it's down to time zones, I don't know. Time stream, okay. I'm with Zach, but not literally. Thank heavens. I mean, I wouldn't trust you, Wolfie. You'd probably steal my Chivas. I know you enjoy your whiskey. My Chivas is important to me. Actually, I don't have any Chivas. I do have a Dalwhinnie. Nah, I don't often drink. That Dalwhinnie I opened about 2 years ago. Still about 3/4 full. Might be time. It might be. It's difficult to say. I'm in the furthest. I am the furthest in the States. Hawaii? Alaska? Depends on what you mean by furthest. Thinking which direction. Usually lunch break time for us. Okay. Yeah, the fact that I get so many viewers in the States is kind of astounding because especially if I'm streaming on a Saturday, I will typically stream earlier on particularly on a Sunday, because on a Sunday I typically stream earlier in the afternoon so that I can have a longer stream if I want, and then when I finish, I can have a long sleep before work the next day. So I'll often stream at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which is a perfectly reasonable time to go live. But then if you look at where that works out for the States, it's a morning stream. And yet we still end up with people in chat, West Coast at the start of my stream sometimes. Like, oh, wow. Farah, welcome back. The touching states. Huh? I don't know what that means. That's the wee morning for me. I don't know what the touching states is. West Coast, best coast. No comment. I would love to explore more of the States. I have been to the States a fair bit, although I've spent all of my time in the States in a very few places. So I've been to Florida a couple of times, and I've been to Georgia a lot. Everywhere else in the States, no. Oh, sorry, and I've been to South Carolina once. I was in Georgia, but we had a road trip. Went to South Carolina to meet a friend. I have been to the... Me too! It was a cool adventure. I think you, as someone who's exploring as an outsider, probably enjoyed London more than Londoners do. I've been in London, and whenever I talk to someone who's regularly in London, like works in London, they never find time to enjoy exploring. And there is so much in London to explore and enjoy, it feels like a real shame. But if you work in any city, you tend not to really think of it as a tourist would think. You tend to think of it as a, oh, it's where I go to work. You've been to where? I'm in South Carolina. Yeah, I mean, 15 years ago. Now I'm mad. I'm in. It was 15 years ago. It's fine. I want my forever home to be a bit of land with trees. Got to have a yard space for flowers. Mrs. Dragon and I found the perfect house. We just can't afford it. But, you know, if you keep giving bits, whew, eventually I'll be able to afford it by the time I'm 100. It was it was an expensive house. It's above our budget. And we're also not at the time of moving. So it was particularly frustrating to find the house and go, oh, that's my dream house. And we're not at the point of moving. Plus, we don't quite have enough. We're not a million miles off of being able to afford it. But it's probably like 5-6 years from being able to consider it. So finding the perfect house when you're not at the right time to buy it, very annoying. You go, oh, why couldn't I find this in 5 years? Flowers and bees. Also, bees are fish. Wait, what? Bees are fish. Hang on a minute. My head hurts. 1, 2, 3. So we need another one after this. I like Tennessee better, I like the mountain views. I've lived in Nebraska, Texas, Tennessee, all over Texas, but Tennessee I enjoy the most. I'm not going to say where we've looked at, but we've looked at several places all over the country and gone, yep, I'd be happy there. But they all basically involve having a town within, 5-6 miles, but it doesn't have to be a big town. I just want a coffee shop. That's all. Just a shop like somewhere to go and have a coffee. And if it's got a train station, I'll be happy. But we want to be outside of town. Detached house. Ginger Beard Man, welcome in. Happy Sunday, Ginger Beard Man. Right, I'm counting. 1, 2, 3. 3! I already counted. I forgot. I had to double check. How are you doing? California classes bees as fish to protect them. Right. So they don't actually think they're bees, but they've classified them as that because that was the only way to get them with enough protection. Gotcha. Like a legal loophole, I'm assuming. Also, look, I found tough. I need this stuff. Oh. What the heck? What? 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 Ginger. Thank you for... there's Ginger coming in, doing the resub, gifting 5 subs. Said nothing before that point. No, hello, how you doing, Zach? All just, here, take my money. Happy Sunday, everyone. Hope your upcoming week is an amazing Ginger. Thank you. Ooh. Okay. Or Doom, welcome to the sub club. Hey, no more ads. And thank you for saying thank you to Ginger. What? I'm a fish now. When did my current state be that? Sorry, P. It took me a while of reading that. I go, hang on. Huh? Oh. Thank you. That's incredibly kind. So much generosity to say. Wow, and we've hit the sub goal. Which I was not expecting to hit at all. And yet, somehow we have. 2 weeks before the end of the month. 2 weeks! That's incredibly kind of you all. Thank you. And you've all been amazing today, yesterday, the last 6 years. Thank you, everyone. 'Tis the day to do that, apparently. Ginger is a legend. Yeah. Many have said that. Ginger Beardman, in fact, is a very, very talented Minecraft builder as well. Just saying. I know this because of all the videos I've made, the one that's had the most views is one from 6 years ago of Ginger Beardman's base. That's right. I owe so many watch hours on YouTube to Ginger. I'm not monetized, so I haven't got anything for it, but you know, watch hours. We love the Zach and don't want you to stop streaming. I wasn't. Did I threaten to stop? Did I give you the impression that if you don't give me bits, I'm going to stop streaming right now, never come back? Did I say that? I don't remember saying that. But you know, my memory is foggy, clearly. Sorry if I gave you the impression that I was quitting. I wasn't planning on quitting. I love streaming. I get to spend time with amazing people. I've gained a community that is awesome and supportive. And I don't mean financially, although financially, yes. But the simple things are, I had a tough time recently with, we had a loss in the family and people were awesome and checking in to make sure I was okay. I'm like, yep, I have found amazing people online because of Twitch. I want to spend time with them. And I do. Plus, I get to play Minecraft. I'm proud to be a part of the whole gang! We're a gang now? I feel like if we're a gang, we need to have some kind of logo. Some apparel that we all wear. That's right, we're the gang that wears pink baseball caps. Just with my name on it. Just, I don't mean Zach. Well, I wasn't going to say anything, but that video does have 15,000 views and probably like 12 minutes of watch time. And over 90% of the views and watch time are me trying to remember parts of the build. I have watched my own videos doing that. Right. There have been times where I've built something and gone, yeah, that worked really well. How did I do that? There, that worked. Oh, pockets are full. I need to put something in this section of wall that makes it very clear this is the right way. Pink leg warmers with a drag. Oh, I like that. Oh, remember how yesterday I said about things that Mojang should do to make the game better? I forgot to mention we still need oven mitts in real life. By that, hang on. Ah! Look, they look like oven mitts. We need these in the kitchen. Minecraft oven mitts. Just remembered how important this is to me. A bit gory if you think about it. Don't think about it too much. Also, K to the C, welcome back. Good to see you again. Oh, it's weird when you change. So when you look at this perspective, you go, yep, my hands are pointing to the ground. This perspective, my hands are pointing outwards. It makes no sense. Like I'm holding them as guns. I need that for Christmas, same. I am willing to bet that if they made dragon oven mitts, they would sell like hotcakes. And you could make hotcakes with them. Dragon blasters. Yeah. Oven mitts. Walking like a zombie. Oh yeah. But not like this, only like this. It's weird. And this is just one, if you think about it, this is walking with one hand out in front of you. Like you do when you walk around the house and you don't want to turn the lights on. It's very dim and you don't want to walk into things. So you put one hand out in front of you just so that if you're about to walk into a wall, your hand touches the wall instead. This is how you walk around the house when it's dark. Does anyone actually eat hotcakes? No, they're too hot. They burn your mouth. You have to wait till they're cool cakes or tepid cakes. I'm wandering back into the void, dear. Have a wonderful rest of your stream. Angelic, thank you so much for coming by. It's been a pleasure to see you as always. And thank you for all the generosity and being active in chat and just being you. Angelic, you are lovely and amazing, and I'm very, very fortunate. Aren't hotcakes just pancakes? I don't actually know. I didn't want to admit this, but I don't have a clue. Someone brought each of us tins of cookies to work on Friday. Oddly enough, someone ate all of mine before the day was up. Rude. And it wasn't you, was it? Of course not. Beans and toast. Oh, beans on toast. It's not a extravagant food, but beans on toast is an easy win. Although, counterpoint for you, Mrs. Dragon and I, when we want easy food that's kind of yummy and enjoyable, we'll often go for potato waffles with beans. It's just quick and easy. Like, I'm hungry, done. It takes like 3 minutes and yummy. Share? I'm not familiar with the word. I mean, you are, because you force everyone else to share with you, right? Sharing, it's a one-way street. Help a lady decorate her sugar cookies. I can make some just for your and share. Ooh. Ooh. Not angry buns, hot cross. Oh. See, my niece found it very funny when I said we're going to get angry by crossing the road because we got her cross. And then she went, oh, she found it hilarious and then kept repeating it to everyone for the next few weeks. Like, I'm sorry. Okay, thank you very much for the lurk. Well, you're making me hungry. I'm sorry. This is what happens on Twitch. It's not because of me. It's just what happens everywhere on Twitch. If you enter a stream, if there is 5 people in chat, there is a significant chance that during that 3-hour stream, someone will be eating cookies or something else. Do we have a cookies command? Bobo, can you do a cookies command? I'm not muted. I know I'm not muted. Please, people tell me you know you can hear me, right? Confirm in chat if you can hear me, so I know I don't have to just go, oh, I don't know what's happening, and turn off my computer. I give up! It's broken! The fact there's no response makes me worry. Haven't dropped any frames. What? Wolfie? So my PC... Okay. You lot are evil. All I wanted was a little bit of reassurance that my computer is not dead and my internet hasn't dropped out. And what was the response? Huh? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is the final section here. However, it's going to open up and be another room over there. Let's do this little strip. Like that. This comes out. Oh, that goes in and we strip it. Oh, look at it. It looks gorgeous. So I want to do the deep slate in here. However, before I start that, I want to make sure this is nice and big. So over here, it should be 2 blocks wider than that, and it's 9 by 9. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Put a torch down so I can see what I'm doing. And we dig. House is way down on the list of things. Got to get a new car, phone, and now PC is active again. But you, Bobo, I thought you got your computer not that long ago. Am I misremembering things? I've been very fortunate with my PCs in that I haven't had any issues with a PC for a long time. So my previous streaming PC that I was using up until earlier this year is still working. I could still stream from it. I just wanted to treat myself to a new computer because that one was 7 years old. And I went, I would like new, please. Especially as I am streaming at 1080p and recording at 4K. Because, you know, fancy computer. And because I was recording and editing in 4K, it was particularly painful when scrubbing. So every time I moved the needle in DaVinci, I had to wait for the computer to catch up. The old one was a time sync. I see Ginger. No, hang on. How's we done the list? What kind of food were you thinking? Probably something with chicken. See, I told you, every time we stream, someone's eating. Something with chicken, but depends on what we eat for lunch at the market. Don't worry, Zach, it happens with age. What? What did I say? I'm confused. Mine kept cut out last week. Thought the power box was dying. Less than 2 years old. Turns out plug was loose on motherboard. Whoops. Thankfully, you haven't had any lasting damage from that because plug being loose on motherboard could be problematic for, well, your files. Files being accessed and then motherboard unplugged. Don't worry, can't remember. Probably something about forgetting. Okay. Whew. Can't be that important. Right, so this is my 9x9. This bit would be dug out here. Like that. There would be a torch there, a torch there. Same on this side. The reason I'm doing the sides is just so I can put the torches in where I want them to stay. And this bit over here would be opened up, but it's going to have a wall of tough brick back here. So I have an archway, but nowhere to go. I do not need to have a tunnel that way yet. I've thus banned the cat from using it as a bed. The computer, yeah, I shouldn't allow cats on the computer. Jasmine does occasionally sit on the computer, but normally for about 10 seconds. So how do I explain the logistics? Let me go to F5 because I can't play Minecraft and think at the same time. My desk has my computer on it, and to the right of my desk I have a set of timbres with my speakers on top. So my reasonable speakers and an amplifier. She has a box on top of the speakers. So it's just a cardboard box. That's where she tends to curl up and look very cute and adorable. So she will jump on my desk, onto my computer, and then onto into the box on top of the speaker. So that's her route. But she will sometimes stop midway through. So she'll step down from the speaker onto my computer. I'll stroke her once. She'll sit down for like 10-15 seconds, go, just being here. And then she'll get up and walk off. She doesn't stay on there long enough that I'm worried about it. If she did, I would start kicking her off. Because cats do not belong on computers.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my
Hi,
honey. Hello, my ragtime gal.
Just realised we're in ads. I should press the button just in case. How you doing, Alatar? When we started today, we hadn't done the second section yet. We've now done 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of 6. So I've nearly done all of the digging. Got 2 more sections to dig, which is kind of surprising that we're getting that close to finishing digging. I like it. I'm partially tempted to keep going. I mean, it depends. I'll only keep going if you know, support keeps coming in. That's right. That's how streamers work, right? They go, "Yep, I shall stream as long as you pay me money." I'm joking. I've already had enough money for stay. Thank you. And whilst I know that things like streamathons can be good for growth, I've never liked the idea, which is why I've never done one. Farrah says, I was just caving in Minecraft and a creeper came up behind me and killed me. Yeep. We've all been there, let's face it. We've all been there. Thankfully not lately. I haven't been murdered by a creeper for a while, to my knowledge. How is Aladar? I'll have you know, everyone, Aladar was in here yesterday. That's right, I've had Aladar 2 days in a row. I'm very fortunate. In fact, we've had a lot of people able to join both yesterday and today. There was a fair bit of adjustment post-pandemic. So during the pandemic days, there were a lot of people that would be in every stream. Have you heard of the creeper who went to the party? He had a blast. Thank you for the 100 bits. Why did that make me jump? Why did that? Whoever did that, well done. But also, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted with people throwing money at me. The nerve. Good emote, Wolfie. Early pandemic days when I started streaming, well, not long after I started streaming, and we had a lot of growth at the start of the pandemic, I was very fortunate that people would join most streams. And then post-pandemic, it's much harder to join every stream. So there are some people that we get to see often, and other people that it's a rare treat that they're able to pop in. And yet, for the last 2 days, we've had a lot of people able to join both streams. It's been a rare treat. I try! Guys, it's my fault, Ginger. I should be streaming at 2 o'clock in the morning my time, and then it would coincide with most people's evening rest time. But, you know, if I see you live, I join, even if I don't say much. I know, and I appreciate it. It wasn't a dig at anyone. It was just an observation that it's not as often now that people are able to join consecutive streams. And yet, yesterday and today have had a lot of overlap. People that have been able to join both days. It's been a nice, pleasant surprise. Never expected. Always appreciated. Pick up this stuff. This stuff. I'm going to do this bit while I'm here. Because I want to. Oh! I have some torches. Let's oh, creeper. Hello. Tell you what. Let's pop this down. Put this down. And then hi. What's the worst that can happen, right? Ah! Thank you for the creeper sound. I do not have my mace on me. Whee! This is terrifying. I'm fine. Gonna go around and light things up just because more important than my safety is stream quality. Hello. Dealt with that, creeper. Technically. Not a very good way of dealing with a creeper, but you know. Bang. Oh. I said bang. Okay. Bang. Okay. Not gonna lie, kind of pleased with myself there. Miss me! Ow! I regret my comment. Hello! Dealt with. Everything's good. A lot of tough down here. Bang, 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 and that's why Zach is not a voice actor. Hey! Always wanted to be a voice actor. Don't take the mick. I don't need you mocking me. I'm perfectly good at mocking myself. As a Brit, I am fluent in self-defecation. I know that's not the word. It's a joke. I'll always draw my message from... Oh, I did not see you there. I have a viewer. There's a zombie behind me. Hello. Torchy, torchy. I want to be a voice actor, but too busy. I've only done a couple applications for voice acting. I like the idea that there is a ledge up there. There is also a bat. There is no longer a bat. Watch me get lost in this cave and not find my way out. Top up torches. This cave is also bigger than I have torches for. Hello! I wish I had a sharpness sword. Make this so much easier. Well, a little bit easy. Ow. Dealt with. Everything's fine. Ooh, geode. It's all good. Farah says, what should I eat? A pork steak or a pizza for breakfast? Neither of those sound like breakfast, but do what brings you joy. Don't let the world dictate to you what you should do. Choose for yourself.
Forbidden donut.
Why not have a donut for breakfast? For example, a donut. Hooja! How you doing? This cave is extensive. Appreciate it's a little bit dark. Don't eat me. I didn't say eat you. I said a donut, not the donut. You donut. That works. Ah, creepers! I'm going to need more torches. Although I have no idea how close I am to anything else that I've built. Because I could have wandered off in the wrong direction, away from my stuff, or towards it. Can't tell. Also, there's a ledge up there. And there's a creeper over there. You go bang. That's fine. I'm not scared. Ooh. The ledge up there, hole down there. It could be anywhere, that noise. I've also travelled quite a way. Blimey, it keeps going! Don't! No. Right. Sorry. What if the identifies as a donut? Let's be, yeah, donut. Is a donut. By name and nature, allegedly. I have gone too far. Well, not too far, but quite far. Oh, more creep. Big ow. Jerk. Round and round we go. Ow. Where do we get shot? Nobody knows. Oh, bat. Oh! Rude. Right, that was the wrong creeper. This is the one with. What? I don't know how he wasn't. Oh, never mind. I have travelled too far. I hear the mobs. I don't like it. And the floating gravel above my head makes me nervous. Have a trouble in Florida. You haven't travelled far. Oh, okay. Second thoughts, maybe I should keep on disappearing into the cave. Whoop. It's just so extensive. And I haven't brought enough torches. Or by it. Ender chest. That's annoying. That is a lot of skeleton sounds. Which makes me question whether there is a spawner around here. Not down here! It's above the gravel. I'm going down this way. Because I feel like I've gone down a lot. I feel like I've gone down more than I've gone up. Ah! I'm not going to leave that there. That'll just confuse me at a later point. I could F3 to see what height I'm at. Just exploring. Not regretting anything. Gotta get back out of here at some point, and I'm not leaving myself any torches to explore. Shouldn't need any, because realistically I should be just heading home, but I can't help but get down to places like this and just be curious. In case just round the bend is something interesting. Or deadly. Oh, it was lava. Never mind. I thought it was a torch up here. More lava. Another geode. This is all virgin caves, so I shouldn't be up here. Ooh, diamond. Ah! Well, that wasn't the plan. And also I have no caving around here. So theoretically, I should be following my footsteps back. But I've got no lighting on me. Time to find some food. I have food. Oh, you mean for you? Oh, have to do your best to do better than you did the day before. How do you know about my yesterday? Ah! This is also not doing the task that I said I was going to do. Ow! Ow! Stop jumping on the spike. Right. Getting out of here. Which means I'm lost. I flew up here. I saw that lava when I came up. Ooh, diamond. Please, no, pre-roll, please. I can't help. No pre-roll. Hi, welcome in. I'm lost in a cave, but I got a diamond, so I have a diamond. The argument is I could either dig my way up and out, or I can find where I went down. So I remember seeing that lava. I think it was where I flew out this way. Whoop, 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 whoop. Appreciate it's dark. Ooh, diamond. Ooh, second diamond. Leaving? What? This is not what I was hoping to find. I found deep dark. Right, all the way up and test your luck. Unfortunately, I don't know if there's an opening. Thankfully for me, I have Swift Sneak, which means this isn't as painful as it could be. Right. Wow. Go away. Sick. Go. That is a very exposed geode. I don't think I've ever seen a geode with so much smooth basalt protruding. Right, this water stream. This looks kind of promising-ish. There's a fair way up. Oh, there's a creeper down there. 1v1 the warden. Nah, I'm alright, thanks. Survival or hardcore? This is survival. Which I appreciate because it allows me to do stupid things like this. Realistically, I'm high enough in the world right now that I could just dig up. So I'm... Let's head into that spot up there. I think that wasn't too painful. What are we at? 42. I appreciate it's very dark on stream. I'm sorry. Oh, I do have a torch. I thought I'd run out of torches. I still had 11. We're okay! I am now very curious as to where we've come out. And I've got an access down to light the cave up in an area that's still dark. It's a sign! Is it? A sign to keep going? Right, we are at Wyckoff's 59. So we are close to sea level. However, we could be digging up in a hill. We'll just find out. Just keep going. Let's go with another torch. Sheep! I can hear a sheep. That's a sign that there's probably grass nearby. Or a cave that the sheep has fallen into. I'm hoping grass. I found it! Ooh. I know where I am! We're the other side of the hill from the main... Okay. Glad I came up there and not there. Think about it. If I was a staircase underneath this mountain, I would have been digging for quite a way. Hello, sir. Right. We head up. Right. I'm not going to make it over, but that's okay. We can just go round the hill. We entered over there. We weren't actually that far off, which means that all of that area that we discovered probably needs lighting up. Minecraft just crashed. Oh. An unexpected issue occurred with the game, and the game has crashed. We're sorry for the inconvenience. You should be, Mojang. Curious, but not that curious. I'm enough that I'm going to read the thing. Alright, righty, I got to head out. Have a good stream, Zach. Bye-bye. Thank you so much for coming in. Thank you for the generosity, but more importantly, thank you for coming in. It's good to see you. Being active in chat. Thank you for being you. Right, Minecraft. I want to get back down my hole. Oh, still flying. Back down my hole and finish the digging bit. I like flustering you. No, you don't. Typical MS. Just, I mean, could have been anything. In fairness, I am recording at 4K at the same time, so it could have been my fault. And I've been recording for 2.5 hours. 4K. Actually, not that long. I've done 5-hour records before. I'm gonna need another shulker box. Again, for junk. But I don't need right now. That, and I will see what it is actually. Digging time! Wow, this is starting to look quite big. Let me blame Microsoft, I feel better. Okay. I mean, we all need scapegoats in our lives. Who do I blame? I blame Shay. I blame Shay, normally. I love Shay, but also good fun to blame them. Please don't tell them I said that. I don't want to be in trouble. Not again. Free stuff. You should make a video where you don't leave the caves until you find 3 stacks of diamonds. No fortune pick. I don't need to do that. I've got plenty of diamonds. What do I need diamonds for? The only purpose I have for diamonds in this world is the channel point redemption at the moment. Oh, and jukeboxes. Right, I've done the digging of this section, but I would like to do these arches. Do I have enough? I need 12, which is exactly what I have. Nice! I'll do the arches for this section, and then we'll dig out the next one. Then do the nether. I've done the nether! Actually, if I go to the nether, my next thing to do in the nether is probably chop down a warped forest. Go a long way from spawn, where I go, yeah, I'll reset these chunks at some point, and just harvest all of the warp stem. I have a need for it in this build. And it's one of the resources I don't have a huge amount of. Whereas spruce wood, I've got plenty of that. Now that we have the tree farm working, and no, it's not a TNT duper, it's a annual tree farm. But while I've been working in the area, I've been planting the trees and producing plenty of wood. I have a surplus of spruce, which means I can do this hallway. Part of why I did that project. So I could have the resources to do this project. That's right, every project is in order to have another project. That's how it works. Blame the goat, shouldn't escape. Am I the goat? Blame the reason why I can cast. Annual. I'm not following. Sorry. Annual breathing. What? Nope. Lost. Right. That one. And this one. Boop and boop. So we've just got these 3 sections to do then. It's a spell that makes you breathe manually. Don't understand what breathing manually means. I might be being simple, but this is not new. Give me a torch, so I can do there, because it might be too tall the other side. It makes you aware that you are breathing instead of doing it automatically. Okay, that seems horrible. I don't like that. That's a horrible thought. Very unrestful. Up, slap, stare. 2 left, and we dig out the last 2 sections. I've done with the digging! Well, at least for the book section. You also cast manual blinking. Manual blinking doesn't sound too bad because I could think about, oh, my eyes are hurting. I have to think about it. I blink. There you go. As long as I can sleep and don't have to think about close my eyes to fall asleep all the time I'm supposed to be sleeping. I have quite a few spells. Have you got one that makes my cup full of tea? Just asking for a friend. I'm not. I'm asking for me. Another cup of tea, please. Like that. Like that. We have exactly the right number of stairs. Which I love. I'm not Jesus, sadly. Oh, okay. Well, it was worth a try. Right. That is 4 sections done. 2 to go. And my pick is decent, actually. I think we have enough durability to do it. I mean, it's technically not guaranteed. We've used just under 2/3 of durability, and I'm just over 2/3 done. However, we'd already done some of that. Never mind. 3, 4, 5. I need to make some more torches. I'm okay for now. Do 3 sections. We'll get the rest later. I can have a make your toes uncomfortable. Like wearing high heels? I can make my toes uncomfortable, I just choose not to. Why do you think I wear trainers instead of high heels now? I learnt my lesson. I've never worn high heels for a long period of time. I have tried high heels on, and I was astounded thinking, how do people live with these? It's horrible. Spent like 10 minutes walking in them, like, my calves hurt. So not worth it. I don't understand what the appeal of high heels is. If no one wore high heels, the world would be a happier place. But because some people wear high heels, other people need to feel the need to wear high heels so that they are comparable. I know it might make you feel good because you're taller. There are other reasons. If you want to be taller, wear platforms. They're comfier. Right. Well, that's good. And when we go back to unload my pockets, we'll get more torches and more deep slate stairs. I'm pretty sure I've got the durability. Although, worst case scenario, I suppose, if I get low on durability with my fortune pick, I can always change it out. There'd be a lot less cobblers. Not necessarily. Were there? Do you think they get more work because people are wearing high heels than if they were wearing, let's say, smart shoes? Flats. I suppose high heels are more prone to breaking. Alright, I'll give you that one, Wolfie. There would probably be fewer cobblers. I mean, we already have fewer cobblers than there used to be. More people wear shoes that you wear until they wear out. You don't wear them until you replace them. No, sorry. You wear them until you wear out, instead of wearing them until you repair them. That's what I meant to say. We have shoes that slowly degrade. You don't have a way of repairing them back when they're trainers made out of plastic soles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I don't want to think about it anymore because I will feel sad thinking about the shoes that I've had and the plastic that just ends up in landfill because I wear through them. I don't throw them out until I've worn them out. However, there must be a better way. Throwaway life these days, I know. And I think we're at a point where we can't avoid it completely, but we can think about how much we consume and how we consume it. And I know it can feel hopeless, like what difference can I make? But I'm trying to think about the impact I make with each of my purchases and try and buy things in the right way. Things like making sure that, you know, when you've got empty ink tanks in your printer, you hand them in to be recycled or refilled. That's better than going in landfill. Or you get a coffee, you don't get a takeaway cup that ends up in landfill. You have a reusable cup, or use a porcelain cup, not porcelain. Can't think of the word. Not China. A standard cup. I'm going to the Nether with a pickaxe, diamond axe, iron armor, diamond pick. Sounds good. Put some gold on. Please be safe. Save yourself. I don't like the fact that I can't see the shulker boxes. They are just far. There we go. Just far enough out that I can't see them, which makes it harder to go, is this the right way? We eat. And then we dig. We've done 2 sections, so we're half done on this. Wait. So we are not far from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come out 1. I'm back. Torch goes in. And we're good. Each of the sections are relatively small and manageable, which means that I'm getting little bits of done another bit, done another bit, often enough that it's keeping me happy. Not feeling overwhelmed with how much there is to do. My best trainers became Sunday trainers. Holy, can't afford new, but sometimes you have to. Yeah, but it's about buying stuff that lasts longer, reduces how many pairs you have. So even the difference of if I buy a pair and it costs twice as much but they last twice as long, that's the better thing to do. rather than just go, well, it's the same cost whether I have one pair that lasts me a year or two pairs that last me 2 years. Sorry. One pair that lasts me a year. Let's try that again. One pair that lasts me 2 years or two pairs that last me a year each, costing the same amount. It doesn't matter to some people, but I'm trying to go, no, I'd rather pay for the 2 years if I can. I'm going to find the money I should, because it's the better thing to do. Not everyone can afford, so I appreciate that. But just trying to be aware of what I'm using and how often. Just trying to make those little differences. That's why part of the appeal of the house that Mrs. Dragon and I saw recently was there is enough space for solar panels, so we can generate some electricity, and then we're consuming less from other sources. That is part of the appeal of a house, isn't it? Yep, I want to be as self-sufficient as I can be. Not every house can do that, so if this one can, there is more supply for other people. Who am I kidding? More supply for AI. Sad, but unfortunately that's probably more accurate. If we are close on durability for this pick, there's probably an argument for going back and doing a quick trading session, because that would probably be enough extra durability that we could finish it. We'll see. At the moment, I'm not worried about the durability. I'm aware of the durability, but not concerned. It's not like I'm breaking every block going, yeah, we're still okay. Yeah, we're still okay. And I know there's a lot more digging to be done than just the hole. Even just digging this back one block and replacing things takes up durability. And I could do a little bit to help by changing out my picks for when I'm doing diorite. Trying to stick with fortune only for deep slate. And while it will make a very, very small amount of difference, that difference might help, I suppose. Got plenty of durability on the silk touch. I just don't want a silk touch deep slate. I need it in its cobbled variety. Both for this build and other builds. I do have deep slate that I've silk touched. I don't need any more of it. Oh, add in 15 seconds. If you're not subbed, you will get ads. Probably get ads depending on your region. You can stick through them. It's hugely appreciated. I know it's only a few cents that I get from ads in a stream, however, it does add up. Very, very much appreciated. Right. Pockets are full. Let's go empty pockets. Thank you for the lurk, MCA. There we go. Knew there was space in one. Not a lot of space, but there's space. Yeah, there really isn't a lot. Okay. Shulker box again. This is the final shulker box that I brought with me. Starting to run out. That's okay. Boop, 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 boop. I said I wanted torches, so before I forget, let's go with those. 6 in, spare torches, and let's do a couple stacks of deep slate brick. Plus, I need 16, 32 stairs. 32 deep slate brick stairs. Perfect. These are all done. These are all done. These are all done. Mm-hmm. Straightforward. Get these bits in, and it's just one section left to do. I'm so happy. My plan for the pillars, as I said earlier, is to have blocks of light, whether it be glowstone or frog lights or sea lanterns. I haven't decided yet, although realistically I don't know if I have a particular desire to make a... Hang on. Oh. I need to make a guardian farm. Darn it! Why did I choose sea lanterns? Alright. Okay. I forgot about those. Forgot about the ones in the floor. What a pain. Perfectly doable, I suppose, and it needs to happen at some point. But, Right, use the right pick. Save durability. That, like that. Yeah, maybe we do a quick trip to repair. I don't know if the difference between using the Silk Touch when I can now is going to make a difference. If I'd have done that from the start, it would have helped. Doing it now, a bit like, what's it? Closing the barn doors when the horse is bolted. Bit late. Sweet. Halfway done with the arches on this section. I am determined to finish. That's always a problem when you have builds like this that are quite time consuming. When you get to the point where you go, I can see the end. I've done most of it. You just go, I just want to finish. I'm so close to finishing. I want to do it. There are mobs somewhere. But they cannot reach me right now, and I'm okay. Right, what's our durability? 317. It was 580 when we... So we used 280 just in this section. It's going to be touch and go. I suppose worst case scenario, I can still touch the last few blocks if I must. Oh, torch. That. And I'll leave the floor bits until last. That's not my priority. My priority is doing the arches. The floor strips, whatever we're calling them, are a nice to have, not a need to have. I still have the possibility of adding a third area to this underground library. I mean, there's also a chance of doing a second underground library, but this one has 3 wings. We've got one for enchanted books, one for collaboration armor stands, and then we have 2 spare ones. Not 2, 1 spare one. I can count. That, boof, and boof. Happy. I know. Now, there's an argument for if I'd have just done this offline and not on stream and been chatty, I could have finished quicker. But would I be as happy? No. I need some more deep sleep. Just finally got ready to go, got warped to the Crimson Forest. Nice. Are you just gathering resources, Pharaoh, or have you got a build in mind for those resources? Boop and boop. Boop and boop. Boop and boop. The rest of the stuff can go in here for now. Just trying to beat the game. Can you ever beat Minecraft? Isn't it an infinite game that you can just keep playing forever? There's always more challenges. It's down to what challenge you set yourself. I like the idea, for example, of setting challenges for me to gather all of the sherds. Okay, one day I will get all of the sherds, and I will go on a mission to get those sherds. I like that as a concept. I like the idea of going, yep, I want to collect all the discs. All the armor trims. There are so many ways to challenge yourself in Minecraft. I think that's one of the core parts of Minecraft, is that the challenge is what you make it. 5. Come out here, we do this one, place the torch, not there, but there. Well, I mean, when I beat the game, then I'll have everything I need, so then I can do all the builds I want. See, there are so many things in Minecraft. I tend to just focus on what do I need for my next project. For example, this project, I knew that I needed a lot of spruce for it. So I worked on the logging cabin. It was a build we already had, but I wanted to add a way of farming huge amounts of spruce. So that became a project in order to get the resources I needed. The bamboo farm. It was when I needed the bamboo farm because I needed wood, and then as I was building it, I realised, oh, I don't have slime blocks to make my flying machine. I need a slime farm. So normally the project kind of inspires the order of which I do things. Eventually, I'm sure in this world I'll have every farm. But, I mean, there's 50 different farms you could build in Minecraft, and how efficient they need to be depends on what you're using them for. There's so many possibilities of what you can do and to what way. I kind of like allowing myself to be inspired. Well, I can't really do that because I'm not that good at redstone. I mean, you don't have to be to start. Simple things of follow a tutorial actually helps you learn some of those things, or it can help you learn. There are people that will follow tutorials and learn from those tutorials, and there are people that will follow a tutorial and pay no attention to what's said and just go, yep, I placed the blocks as it was in the tutorial, and it works! And there's nothing wrong with that. That's how you want to play. But if you want to be good at redstone, an option that's open to you is to develop that skill as you go. This would be here. I'm doing the arches as I go because I want to. I'm also very aware of my durability. There. 14 archways to do. Could go into that cave and kill loads of mobs whilst holding my fortune pickaxe. That would repair it. Is that a good idea? No. But it's an idea. It would work. Now, I wouldn't say I'm especially good at redstone. I know a few bits, but most of what I know I've learnt from building things and going, oh, I understand a bit of that. I'd never built a 7-segment display. I realised I could build one, and I started designing it. but it was going to be massive the way that my brain had done it. So Cause very kindly helped out and provided a way of doing it. I went, thanks! 1, 2. Give me 1 second. Sorry. Even though I am mostly better, my throat is getting a little bit dry and tickly. I've been streaming long enough now that my voice is going, you've done enough! And so I'm at my limit of what I can do. But I'm also determined to finish. And I've only been streaming just shy of 3 hours, which for me is a reasonable length stream. That's kind of normal, or within normal range. I normally do 3 to 4 hours, but I'm at 3 hours and going, yep, my voice is failing. I can feel my throat. It's not right. But also, I'm so close to finishing. So close. It's not that much to do, although picture ability. There you are. I'm going to do this section. I'm going to wrap up, even though I haven't finished, because A, my pick is running out, but more importantly, my voice has run out. Throat's starting to be sore. So let's get these 2 arches in. And that will feel like a nice place to cut it off. 2 arches left. We can do that at the start of next time. That's not too big a task. And realistically, I was going to be down here next stream anyway. Because, well, got all the spruce to go in and all the flooring. And the roof. And the stairway. There's lots to do. This is a project that was going to be more than 1 stream, regardless of how productive I was today. And whilst I had an idea of I'd like to finish X amount today, don't need to. All we're doing is a 5 by 6 tall section I need to dig out on both sides. Put the arches in. And I can feel good about myself. Oop. That. Take this one back out. 1, 2. Is that? I thought that copper, because of the fleck of green, I went, is that a diamond? No, it's not a diamond. Sadly. Do I need diamonds? No. Am I still enthusiastic enough about them that I will go and pick them up? Yes. Always. This one goes down. This one goes across. 1, 2. We are mostly done. There's 2 more sections to do there. I say mostly done. There's still a lot more to be done in this area, but you get that. You get my drift. Right, let's find someone to raid over to. Give me a second. I've got to find out who is online and worthy of a raid. Yes, I'm very critical of people. I look down the list of those streaming and I go, yeah, you don't deserve it. And then I see people that really do deserve it. Hang on. I see too many options. That's annoying. How am I supposed to choose? Oh, well. How could I not? Lily Mae Darling is amazing. Has been a huge supporter of me and been lovely. And she's only just gone live 9 minutes ago. Can you explain what a rate is? Rate or raid? I don't know what you mean by a rate. If you mean raid, a raid is when I end stream and I send you on over to another streamer so that you can be awesome to them as you have been to me. Raid, okay. essentially it's I've finished, you pass on those viewers to another streamer. It can be based on recommendations, it can be a random stream. The particular raid I'm choosing today, Lily May Darling, she is amazing and a good friend, and I would very much appreciate it if you would give her a chance and give her your time and see whether you enjoy. And if you do, you can give her a follow. If you would like to make me look good, head over and paste that message in chat. Zach and his community sneaks in without paying for entry. If you haven't got access to my emotes, feel free to post it without the emotes, or replace my emotes with your own. If you do have my emotes, it looks kind of cool. Head over, be awesome. Thank you for your company and your support. You've all been amazing. I need to go and make another drink because my voice is running out. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. I don't know about my streaming schedule for next week yet. I will post it as soon as I know. I know this week was a bit odd in that there was no schedule. I had to kind of play it by ear. But next week we should be able to plan. Oh, a GG emote. I suspect the GG emote is a follower emote, which will not work outside my stream unless you are subbed. Just so you know. Here, you can use it anytime. Right, head on over, be awesome. Thank you very much for your company. Goodbye.